recognized by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, who criticized former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amaechi, stating that Amaechi is hungry for power and not food. Wike's comments came in response to Amaechi's recent remarks at his 60th birthday celebration, where he claimed to be hungry and suggested that the opposition could remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election. Wike dismissed Amaechi's statements as politically motivated and an insult to Nigerians. Let's take a look.
8 years as Speaker of Rivers State House Assembly, 8 years as Governor of Rivers, you never talked about hunger. You became a minister for 2015 to 2023. 8 years, super minister, transport, where you were borrowing money for exit bag loans. You didn't talk about hunger. 2 years you have left office. I'm in coalition because I'm hungry. You're only hungry of power. And that's just failure on his part. How do you look at it? How do you insult Nigerians? How do you trivialize the issue of hunger or poverty? Why do you do that? You're insulting Nigerians. You joined Atiku. You joined Alpha because you are hungry. Have you not insulted Nigerians? Just that you can't stay out of power. That's the hunger. You can't stay out of power.
Well, all right. Let me take this reaction from David Offo, who wrote, Omo, Wike really took Amaechi to the cleaners. I mean, how can a man that was in power for 24 years, controlled billions of dollars, come out to insult ordinary citizens that he is hungry? Wike also spoke on how CRA hasn't achieved 25% in Rivers State for his candidate since 2015. And he's absolutely right. Wike made a lot of comments regarding, Amaechi's statements, not just Amaechi's statements, during his 60th birthday party. But, we've seen Governor Minister Nyesom Wike attack the opposition in this manner. But and people have really condemned some of the things that he has said. Let me take this tweet from Soprila, who wrote, Amaechi starts any celebration by thanking the Odilis and the role they played in his life. Amaechi has never insulted the Odilis in spite of their disagreements. Wike, on the other hand, claims nobody made him and has even insulted those who made him publicly. #character. Meanwhile, the APC has strongly criticized former Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amaechi, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and former Kaduna State Governor Nasiru El-Rufai, accusing them of being displaced rent-seekers driven by a desperate desire for power rather than genuine concern for Nigerians. The APC, through its National Publicity Secretary, Felix Morka, dismissed criticism made by the trio at Amaechi's 60th birthday lecture, where they condemned President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's economic reforms, alleging that the government was weaponizing poverty. Felix Morka stated that the trio has held various high political offices for a combined 24 years and failed to address poverty or structural economic challenges during their time in power. And now I'll read a part of his statement. The statement was posted on Bayo Ononuga's X account, and they wrote, the APC strongly rejects the baseless allegation that the APC government of President Bola Tinubu was weaponizing poverty by not eradicating the scourge in 2 years, a feat they themselves failed to achieve during a quarter of a century in power. These three individuals have occupied Nigeria's highest political offices between 1999 and 2023, in all 24 years. The trio, individually or collectively, could not and did not eradicate poverty in their states or country. They did not even attempt to address, let alone tackle, the structural challenges and distortions that stifled the economy and worsened poverty over the years. Rather, they reveled in mindless, rent-seeking behavior, sold national assets to their cronies for mere pittance, engaged in corrupt and wasteful expenditures in their states, and relentlessly sponsored state violence against their own people. That was a very, very detailed statement by Felix Morka. A lot of allegations there as well. Rufai Oseni, a comment from you on both stories.
Oji,
yes.
We need to make season film about these politicians
yes.
when they fight, because they're very funny. So, Wike is saying that Amaechi didn't fix anything. He was talking about Amaechi benefiting from God. What did he do about poverty and all of that? For me, all of them are the same, as far as I'm concerned. Because when Governor Wike was governor, I did ask him, why such a high level of unemployment rate in Rivers? He says he's been doing building projects and bridges to be able to fix that. And I pointed out to him the National Bureau of Statistics says otherwise. The question is, this same Minister Amaechi that was in the last government is at loggerheads with this government, 2 APC fighting. And then the 2 fighting. Edieme 2 fighting. So look at them. These were the same people that said APC is the antidote to PDP's problems. And they came in, but look at them, pointing accusing figures of betrayal. The videos are there. The day Mama Peace was with Minister Wike. I think I've seen that video. So, but the truth is, they get into power, they feel they're larger than life. And he that is saying, oh, Amaechi has enjoyed the good of the land, from local government chairman, he rose up the rank. This was the same Amaechi that he worked for. This was the same Amaechi that at a point he couldn't look in the eyes. Was his boss, like you pointed out rightly. In fact, people have also told me the level of deference Wike has from Amaechi. I don't want to say it in public because this thing was told to me on that Chatham House rule to show you how much he revered Amaechi then. But once they are not together in politics, all becomes war. So please, the question you should ask them is, what have they done with River State? With the kind of wealth that has passed through River State, why are people still living in poverty? And that question is for both of them. Right. Secondly, as regards Felix Morka, that's abusing the trio and also added Peter, because you see, now, anything they will add Peter Obi. Because I don't know how Peter Obi came into this matter now. They will add Peter Obi. What we should ask Felix Morka is, President Tinubu, he forgets that President Tinubu was also a governor in Lagos. What did he do in Lagos? How did he revolutionize or remove poverty and all of that? Are we not saying Lagos is stinking? Is Lagos turned to paradise? Under President Tinubu? President Tinubu has held prominent roles in politics in this country from being a senator. What did he do to reduce poverty? He is now president. In the first 2 years, what has he done to reduce poverty? His policies that he says are working, hope he knows. They said that policy was going to add 13 million. It was the World Bank. 13 million people were going to be put into the poverty mark because of those policies. Today, those policies has devalued the lives and the living conditions of people. Today, those policies have led to an uptick in inflation. An average Nigerian is crying and suffering. His government argues that, oh, things are on the uptick and everything. See, I want to celebrate that level of success, but there's a lot of pain and penury in the land.
Well, all right. Dr. Abati.
Okay, earlier on, I commented on Minister Nyesom Wike's attack on Rotimi Amaechi, his former boss. And I raised issues using the trope I will teach in tragedy and other tragic forms in dramaturgy, hubris, amasia, to say that this is about a flaw of character. If anybody has ever been your benefactor, even if you have any misgivings about them, you don't have the right to go and rubbish them in public for, whatever reason. That in itself, that public, denigration of your benefactors, old or current, amounts to a disgraceful show of ingratitude. And I think that is that about that. Now, one of the things we also teach in dramaturgy is elements of drama. one of the key elements of drama is character. Because you can't write a play without having characters, without having dialogue, plot, setting, and all of that. And characters are important in whatever drama, whether it is in politics or it is in the fictional world of literature. And I agree with the gentleman who wrote #character.
Yes.
That this speaks more to the character of Wike himself. Who has he not fought? He has fought the Odilis, he has fought Senator John Mbata, he has fought Rotimi Amaechi, the man that made him local government chairman, made him chief of staff, made him Minister of State Education via recommendation. And I say, and I repeat, that President Tinubu himself should beware, he should be careful. Because when circumstances differ tomorrow, this character will not have any reservations whatsoever in coming after President Tinubu himself. And he has sent a signal by saying President Tinubu did not consult him before he declared state of emergency in Rivers State. He wanted the president to consult him. What impudence. However, he is saying Amaechi is hungry for power, not hungry for food. Okay, how is he different from Rotimi Amaechi? He has been fighting Sim Fubara in Rivers State, even after he had left the place. So what is he hungry for? Is he not also hungry for power? So, I mean, this hypocrisy, I think, should be called out. As for Felix Moka, well, Felix Moka is spokesperson of the All Progressives Congress, APC, and he's defending his boss by saying, look, the people who are criticizing President Tinubu that he's weaponizing poverty, that collectively, this person, either as vice president or minister or governor, spent 24 years in power. What did they do to solve the problem of poverty? And his main argument is that that inherited problem is what President Tinubu is trying to address. You may say his language is very strong, but in politics, where at a time when everybody is spreading propaganda, you know, that's what you get. However, I say that we're in Nigeria at a moment where we need healing.
Yes.
People should stop making enemies for the president. The president needs friends. As he prepares for the last lap of his first term, he will do better by having propagandists who will make friends for him, not the ones that will further alienate Nigerians and pitch them against him.
Well said, Dr. Abati.